Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcasting, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
TNT Cakes, Creations, and More, where we specialize in red velvet and strawberry cheesecake, chocolate-covered strawberries, custom baby boxes, custom signs, custom tees and sweatshirts, custom sports balls, graduation accessories, custom glasses and tumblers, custom license plates, heat transfers, custom office signs, TNT Cakes, Creations, and More. Give us a call.
Yo, guess who's back? Guess who's back? John Q and this bitch. Welcome back to the GAMG, the Big Flexxx Strong Cast for episode 48. We got some heavy hitters in the house tonight, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
4 days.
So we gonna go ahead and run this on down real quick. Of course, we got my co-host rocking in, you know what I'm saying, holding it down for D Snipes, you know what I'm saying, it's G Woods in the building back again.
What's happening?
What up, though, my brother?
It's all love, champ. You know I'm in here. I'm ready, man. We're going to have a great show tonight, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to have a ball.
Absolutely. And then we going down the line. We have, coming to the stage, you know what I'm saying? Flawless Diamond in the building.
I be dropping jewels.
Yeah, she going to be sitting in on the conversation.
Yeah, we're going to talk that
I
talk.
don't play by the rules.
All right. And of course, we got special guests, music artists, dope artists. You know what I'm saying? Fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We got the talented, amazing Sage in the building.
Peace, and love.
Yeah, buddy. So, hey, look. Of course, this episode is sponsored by GAMG brand. So, of course, if you're looking for personal fitness training, one-on-one training, group training, meal plans, nutritional advice, and of course, the dopest workout apparel like what you see right here. I'm still rocking
fresh to death.
My Detroit Lions, even though they lost yesterday, you know what I'm saying, which was some bullshit. But
we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Indeed.
So definitely, if you want to get some of this fly ass workout apparel, you know, make sure you tap into the GAMG.shop. All right. GAMG.shop. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
So how was y'all strong in? You know what I'm saying? So I know we're going to touch on, the Lions, but how was y'all strong in? What y'all do this strong in?
Man, for me, we had the football game on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
We hung out with the fam and had a nice get-together and just broke bread and had a real good time.
Okay.
And watched the game. I was completely surrounded by all Lions fans and paraphernalia.
There you go.
But I was rocking red the whole time. But let me say this: I didn't necessarily have a dog in the fight, but I was rocking my, bang bang Niner gang thing last night, right?
Here you go.
You know.
Boo! Right, there you go. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, they should have jumped your ass last night.
yeah, they probably
He tried
wanted
to pull
to.
me
They
in.
probably wanted to.
I only had red,
You
and
had
I
the red
came in
shirt
with
on
red,
last
right? I felt so bad because he had on red, and he pulled me in. But I'm a Detroit for life, right?
Well, she didn't
and
look
they
like
pulled
it.
me. I
You had red on
look,
last
they
pulled
night.
me in.
Hey, look,
like,
they should have jumped y'all.
They probably wanted to. Yeah.
So how was your strong year? What else did you do besides watch the football game?
me.
What was yeah?
Get ready for the football game.
Okay,
Like
okay.
I was getting ready. Like the whole work week was preparing for the Lions to prepare to win the Super Bowl. Like
Yeah.
that was my whole week. What else could we think about?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
I hung with.
I thought I should've
He
hit
gonna
that.
hit me. You gonna do me like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but just hang with family. Oh, you gonna straight up? Okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah.
What about you, Sage? How was your strong year?
Very hopeful, you know, a big letdown though, you know what I'm saying, but we keeping hope alive.
Yeah.
You know, I was riding with my Lions, you know what I'm saying.
All
from the east
day.
side.
All day.
For sure.
All day.
Lions, we roar.
Gotta stay
All
low,
day.
waiting for them Pistons to clean up their
Hey, look, they did smash somebody.
They beat themselves.
Right.
Look.
I'm out of there.
Yeah, we gonna run this
Say
down
anything.
real quick. Just y'all opinion real quick
All right.
of the game. You know, me myself personally, I truly believe it wasn't nothing that San Fran was actually doing. Like the Lions just beat themselves, man. You know,
They did.
Say coaching, couple of bad misplays and stuff like that. Because after that, it was. I'll put it like this. The first half, it was all grit, and then the second half was all shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
It definitely
you know,
was
Say
that.
shit to
but
grit,
they was mashing them. They was mashing their ass and shit. So I don't know if somebody got that call like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all
Yeah, it's
doing a
time.
little bit too
Yeah,
much
it's
or
time
something?
to throw it.
Something.
They dropped
That
10
shit ain't look
catches.
right.
I caught
You know?
it. They dropped 10.
That's what I'm saying. That's unheard of for the Lions. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
they might drop say 1 or 2 passes in a game. Period. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
That's crazy.
You know, so I'm still, you know, to be honest with you, I'm still, you know, glad of the season that they had. We finally got that big ass 8 off their back of not winning, say, anything for a playoff game.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
so even most importantly, what I thought, even what I was telling people last night, no matter what the outcome is, it's still big for the city,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
The morale and the energy in the city going on
Absolutely.
while all of this was happening. You know, it was electric because of this team, man. So you know, we gotta represent that and give props to that most definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
I just think the Lions, our third quarter is our problem. If you go back and watch our game, it's like, what can we do to get our game up on that third quarter? Because it's like, how did we have
coaching.
50 seconds
Yeah.
and score within... Come on, you know what I'm saying? So everybody was, you know, that was on my page was like, oh, it was the coach. So what do y'all think? Was it the coaches? Was it the players?
It was coaching.
A little bit of both.
It was the coaching and shit. With, like you said, the whole year, they probably had the worst team in the third quarter.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Besides,
agree.
say, that Tampa game last week, I think the only other game that I can remember that they actually did pretty good was against Denver in the third quarter.
That was a good
You know what I'm
game.
saying? But other
Yeah.
than that, every third quarter that came around, they
I
did
agree.
absolutely nothing. And then they kept their defense on the field too long. You know what I'm saying? So
They got that call from Tony Soprano.
they
Tony
might did.
Soprano
Like,
said,
don't
"Hey, you're
play
doing too
with
much
me."
out there.
You're
huh?
doing too
Throwing
much.
it.
You
Cut that
fucking
shit out
wise guy.
there.
Yes,
He's throwing the ball to the bully,
yes.
man. Let him drop it a few
Yes,
times. Huh?
all day. I agree.
They took
I
a
agree.
dive.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So was it fixed? Are we saying that,
I
or
don't
do
know.
you
I
think we
say-
played our great? What?
I say we need a little bit more ice in our veins because if it's 24-7 at the half, you know what I mean, and we got the upper
Put up
hand.
another 25.
Right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Keep the energy up, you know what I'm saying? Play defense, but when the other team is making big plays and the pressure is on you, when you know the home team is at home watching,
Right.
Yeah.
it's like, you know, you get the fritters a little bit and you start dropping a couple passes, and now the momentum.
And now, unfortunately, that momentum picked up for the other team, and they just ran with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know what though? I'm gonna say they'll be back.
Yeah.
They're gonna be back. It ain't gonna be easy, but
They'll be back where?
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I mean, they'll be back to Ford Field next year, I'm sure.
They'll be back.
You know,
They'll be
but-
back in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Kicking y'all. As a matter of fact, they're gonna kick y'all ass next season.
Who was
We gotta
y'all?
play against
Who?
y'all,
The
Mr.
49ers?
Red guy.
Anybody
Listen.
against the Detroit Lions.
Listen, they fishing right now. The 49ers is working out,
San
getting ready.
Francisco fruit baggers.
You know.
All day.
Call them what you want to, but they in the mix.
We put pressure.
They should have beat shit. They done been there in the mix and shit ain't won nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how
That's
long.
right.
You know,
Ain't even on it as bad.
so look, their window is closing. Ours just opening up. So
No,
about
yeah.
that.
It's good for the city, for sure.
Yeah, definitely good for the city.
Definitely.
All right, y'all. So look, we're gonna go ahead and get into Q's health tip real quick. So
Yes.
All right.
it's very simple. All right.
Okay.
To maximize, say, your workout experience and muscle endurance and growth, make sure you change your routine pretty often. You know what I mean? And it can be anything far as like the weight that you normally use. If it's a little bit heavier, go a little bit lighter, add a little bit more reps. If it's only say 3 or 4 sets, maybe add an additional set. You know what I mean? If you working out, say, and it's taking you an hour, try to do that same workout in say 45 minutes. You know, just try to shock your body. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the game. It's to shock your body. Never let your body get used to what you're doing on a regular basis. All right? And that's just as plain and simple as that.
Okay.
All right?
I like
So
that.
try it out. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I like that.
If you know, even you know, like I said, if you lifting a little bit lighter, try to go a little bit heavier and cut your reps down. Just switch it up. You know what I mean? All right.
For sure.
All right, y'all. So look, we about to go ahead and get into this dope video real quick of Sage.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
The
Tell me what y'all
MC.
think.
Go.
And then y'all make sure y'all call in and stuff too. All right.
Yeah, come on, guys.
All right.
Nod your head back and forth. Nod your head back and forth. Nod your head back and forth. Nod your head back and forth.
To be secluded on the lone hill full of desperation. Naruto Shippuden as I rewrite life's animations. You get close to me, stand my back, and all I show is patience. I see right through you cause my eyes is blessed with chakra natures. Take this, haters, doubters, fakers, scouters, greedy, rapists, racists. Take this. Feeling the change, boy, it's strange, no I can't shake this. History in the making, hey, y'all might wanna take this. It's a lot of emotion within this ocean. Heard some women say that it's about the motion of the ocean. Why would you get all emotional? You always mess the motion up. Make me wipe the slate clean like what God lifted the ocean up. They focus up. Ain't got time for the past no more. I'm moving slow in world of speed and one monkey don't stop no show. It's a point in time inside my rhymes until realize my own self-worth. Sometimes you gotta really cut them off, although it freaking hurts. And yeah, it's the freaking worst. But had to realize in my brain, the way of self-growth and love ain't always a pretty thing. Nowadays I'm scared of being alone and scared of going insane. Stay into my lane, brim low, avoiding down the shame. Shame, go away. At least that's what my God say. Why I keep the faith, cause I know that there be a brighter day. Know one day they'll be proud of me. Angels keep it from stopping me. Some may call me a scholar and some may call me a prodigy. Call me golden and making it Bible. I was a prophet. Of course you got all the rest of the haters and all the doubters, but I just shake it up and sit it back with the shower love. Then I proceed to heal the land with power from above. Cause at the end of the day, man, I do this for y'all. Any obstacle that come my way, I get through the wall. To see a smile or laugh from art I made is healing it all. Everything's everything. If life gon' end, I balance it all. I balance it all. I balance it all. I balance it all. Yeah, I balance it all. Come on, I balance it all. I balance it all. I balance it all. Yeah, I balance it all. I balance it all. I balance it all. I balance it all. Yeah, I balance it all. I balance it all. I balance it all. I balance it all. Yeah, I balance it all. Yeah, I challenge it all. I'll be careful not to trip, cause that's too close to a fall. I'm in the gym putting up reps, spring, winter, and fall. And in the summer we show love and tell the stories of all. I'm trying to teach you the ball. Stay in pocket, but best be ready with no hesitation. Stay clear from sockets that overload and burn concentration. Life requires positive release for restoration. Coming live from the hills in total isolation.
Dope. Give it up to music artist Sage.
Sir, that was tough.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
That boy's sitting on something.
Yeah, it's smooth.
You know what I'm saying? So welcome
love
to
it.
the Big Flexxx Strongcast, man. So explain to everybody, man, who are you and what is your biggest flex so far? You know what I'm saying when it comes to say the music industry and and everything that you do.
In Metro Detroit.
My name is Sage. Stands for Spreading All Good Energy.
I like that.
Singer, songwriter, producer from the east side of Detroit. Just I don't know, man. When it comes to my biggest flex, I think I get joy out of spreading the love and the power of music. Considering what it did for me at a young age, and considering how young I was when I realized how much power I had, that God had gifted me and blessed me with, to tap into that emotion, to spread love, you know what I mean, and to artistically express. So I think that's my biggest flex, that I've just been able to do that consistently without switching up for 20 years now.
Wow, you say 20 years.
Yeah.
So when did you start, say, your journey with music? You know what I'm saying? Your love for music from, you just jumped out the womb?
So my mom told me a story, right? And you would think it's cliche or whatever like that, but she said she would, when she was pregnant with me, she would have music playing, put the headphones on the belly, whatever like that.
Oh, wow, okay.
So even from the jump, I could remember, or I got videos of me being small and just playing drums, playing instruments, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then freestyling and cultivating piano, certain lessons, instructions and stuff with my brother and everything like that. So singing with the siblings through church and communities and all that type of stuff, and then getting in the choir at my school, traveling and so on and so forth, you know what I mean? And the career expanded from there, and God was able to just bless me with a beautiful experience.
Okay, so right now you still playing instruments and stuff like that?
Absolutely.
So which ones do you play?
I play I started on drum set, then mastered all percussion, then transferred to piano and then guitar.
Okay. So did you make this track right here?
I did.
Dope, man.
Yeah,
that's dope.
I like that.
Give it up. Flex that shit on out.
Beautiful.
So I know you say your siblings and stuff like that sing with you and in church and stuff like that. Did y'all ever have a group or anything, or?
Yeah, we did actually. When I was super young, we had a group called Perfect Praise.
Okay.
And we would just go all around certain churches or communities, events and stuff like that, and just sing inspirational songs, gospel songs. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
That's dope.
I love that.
So where do you get a lot of your inspiration from? Say, besides your family, is there any other artists and stuff like that that you grew up really listening to?
As far as artists goes, because inspiration is drawn from everywhere, I feel like.
Okay.
As far as music and artists goes, it's a mixture, man, of everything, bro. From now to the past, you know what I mean? From Wu-Tang, the Queen, you know what I mean? From Marvin Gaye, James Brown, Sam Cooke, Gap Band, Earth, Wind & Fire, that's one of my favorites. To even now, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Smino. Smino, I don't know if you know who Smino is. He's from St. Louis. I think that's probably one of my biggest inspirations right now.
Okay. I have to check him out. I ain't up on him, but okay.
Yeah.
Shout him out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Nah, he yeah.
Okay.
So let me ask you a question. How do you maneuver through the music climate as far as being, like you said, you from Detroit, you from the east side, where we already have it's kind of a stigma on we make certain kind of music.
Absolutely.
How do you break that and move around and navigate within that, because your style is completely different from what you hear a lot of, some of the high profile guys doing.
Yeah. First, it was hard. It was hard because of this, like you said, the stigma. But I think that again is something that we place on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So if mentally, I'm not worried about what people thinking, and I'm just worried about the artistic expression, manifested emotion. That's what I define music as. And I feel like any manifested emotion or piece of music that makes you feel good or can manifest a certain emotion out of you, make you feel that experience that you was feeling at that time, that's good music. That's, you know what I mean? That's real music right there. So that's what I try to aim for.
Have you ever felt like you needed to kind of dumb your style down a little bit just to, as an artist sometimes I don't even want to use the term dumb it down, but
I feel what you're
bring
saying.
it down a few notches, because making a certain kind of music is kind of effortless when you think a little deeper, right? So to make something a little more, mainstream, quote unquote, have you ever felt the need to do that, or? You just stay true to what you do.
That was actually a process. At first, it kind of started off as me just trying to make the best music that I can. Then, like later on, when I would make other music, better music, develop, study the craft to get better, I would listen to that music and be like, of course you could have, but they weren't really ready for that sound. You know what I'm saying? Like idealistically, prospectively, creatively, people wasn't ready for that sound. And then you would hear sounds later being so young, like, oh man, I was
thinking that already.
I was on that already, my first outro. You know what I mean? It just be crazy. And so like now, I've been kind of in the battle where to stay consistent, I just want to get in the studio and pump them out. But I was watching a documentary recently, late great Mike, and they were expressing how he just wanted to focus on making the best possible music ever. You know what I mean? Forget if it come in a year, forget if it come in a month, forget if it come in a day. If that's the best music that you could possibly make, then that's what's going. You know
I like
what
that.
So,
I like that.
That's what I'm
2024, like that's
exactly.
what we gotta strive for is putting that out there, not making music to make money, but when you put the best thing possible,
absolutely,
it won't do nothing but make money and bring legacy.
Absolutely,
I love that.
Absolutely,
I like that.
So definitely, hey, look, y'all watching out there, call in if y'all want to, ask Sage any questions at area code 313-266-2811. All right, have you ever thought about doing any features with any, say, I'm not going to even say local artists, because I do want to know if you have already done, say, features with local artists, but anybody that's just in the world, like you said, the guy in St. Louis or anything like that, have you ever thought about doing any kind of features with?
Well, okay, let me start by saying Smino is already like kind of well established. He didn't shot up, you know what I mean? So a feature with him probably won't. It'll probably be in the future. You know what I mean? As far as now, it's a lot of hidden gems in Detroit, man, that people don't know about.
Definitely.
It's really about just
totally
the folks that I grew up with or developed my career with. The people that are now a part of my family, a part of my community. That I value and cherish, in their artistic expression. Is like, man, the world need to hear you too. You know what I mean? So I'm working on a mixtape with just producers, rappers, singers from Detroit that I personally know. And we're gonna do it like that. I'm in a group called Critical Theory. We've done a couple tracks or whatever.
Is it Critical Theory?
Yes.
Okay.
And with Ronnie Nagata, we've also done a few tracks.
Okay.
So not too many, but we working on something for sure.
All right. Sure. Bet it up. All right. So here go another one for you. I've got another question for you.
Okay.
Do you enjoy recording music or performing music better? The most.
It's a different vibe for sure. It's a different vibe because it's a different agenda and event. You know what I mean? So like when you writing a song, of course you excited to record it, especially if you got a banger. You know what I mean? Like I gotta get in the studio, I gotta lay this boy down just to see how it sound and you know what I mean? But there's nothing, especially for a performer, there's nothing like being on stage. Like there's nothing like being on stage. You it takes it to a whole different place, a whole different playing field. You know what I mean? You get to connect with live people. You get to connect with a live band or live music or whatever the case may be.
You feel that energy.
It's the energy thing. So yeah.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's your goal for 2024 with your music? Is it another level you're trying to take it to? Something you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah. So I'm taking it step by step. I like to think that as long as I'm reaching some people, then I'm doing the purpose, I'm doing the job. But I know that there's potential for the love to extend upon thousands, possibly millions, God willing. So just putting the best music out there and eventually working towards a tour. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the most recent thing, and then just connecting different foundations from different cities, and you know what I mean, just building the family, building the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Has there been any places that you traveled to? Like doing any performances out of state or anything like that? And what was the love or the feedback that you got?
So the first musical trip that I took that was like just a life-changing experience for me was when I was younger. I was on Broadway, took me to New York, you know what I mean? So we lived there for a minute. As I got older, I got to travel abroad a little bit in Italy and get some inspiration from there. You know what I mean? Just music-wise, and I created a song off the album, whatever. Okay. As of recently, I've been trying to do it more perimeterly or locally or whatever you want to call it, just in terms of the states. So I've been going to Atlanta. I just came back from Atlanta recently, yeah. So, yeah.
So what's the feedback that you get? Because, being from Detroit, we have the stigma that comes along with us, and our presence is very, very huge, around these states, man. So, did you get a lot of love when you was out there?
I did, because I feel like people forget so often, just because of the attraction of the new generation music, the style, and I'm not knocking it, but I wouldn't define it as the sound of Detroit.
Right. Because we got some spitters too.
And then we got Motown.
Motown,
Slum Village.
Slum Village. You got Jay Dilla. Man.
We got people that has changed the course of music and has done some powerful things with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think when I perform, people remember that.
Yeah. Okay. So look, when you was looking over your shoulder, hey, give a shout out to say In the Mix podcast over here
man.
too. Hey, what up, man? Yeah, you over there. Say we're gonna have him on there a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? Later on, say on probably next couple episodes or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then shout out to everybody in the chat, and of course, say we got Judas in the chat too. You know what I'm saying? So. Shout out to GB Peasy up in the building. Sydney Jackson saying what's up to everybody.
What up?
We got you got everybody watching and stuff. So, how many albums have you done so far?
I've done 2 albums, but the first one I was in 10th grade. Okay. It got released under my actual full government name because that
ain't what you wanted.
It's a funny story though, because I was I had a momager at that time. I was young,
momager.
So right, that's what they call it. So we had like a little conversation about where the stage name goes and where the actual government name goes, and we were setting up the first account.
Right.
So I was like, "Ma, the stage name go right here." Okay. And she was like, "No, son, it go right." You know what I'm saying? And so that's how that came out. But then the second one, I was able to release it under Sage. And those albums, the first one's called Rookie of the Year. The second one is called Portals with Kai J. Okay. And it's a 3-year interval span or whatever. And through those 3 years, me growing up to a young man, I went through a lot of self-isolation in terms of learning how to love yourself, learning what real love is from God, from you, to others, you know what I mean? And then I was able to produce Portals, which is a 3-piece album. I released them by EP, then I released it as a full album. The first part is the Soul Portal, second part is the Love Portal, and then the third part is the Mind Portal for 4 tracks each.
That's sweet.
Collectively making an album.
So. Okay.
Yeah, that's sweet.
So matter of fact, hey, look, shout out to everybody where people can purchase it at.
Everywhere. Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, Apple, music, everywhere. Anywhere there's music, just type up Sage Portals with Kai J, or just Sage Portals, it'll pop up. Okay, all right.
Also, I wanted to ask you too. What is your favorite instrument that you love to play?
Ooh, you know what? I found this out recently, and it was a surprise to me because you would have thought it would be drums or piano. You know, some the two that I started off with. And drums. For a drummer, especially if you started off on the drums, ain't nothing like the drums. You know, you always gonna be able to feel that pocket, you know what I mean, and just be able to, but the guitar is such a different language. Yeah. Man, like, I don't know, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the guitar, man, in a whole different way. Okay. Bass lines and just all that type of stuff, like, it's a whole different language. It's rhythmic and it's melodic, you know what I mean? So that creates a whole different type of realm. You know
so when you produce your tracks, do you implement live instrumentation in there? You do?
Absolutely. The song Love in Italy, that was inspired by my trip to Italy. It's the premonition of future love. You know what I'm saying? Every good king knows that eventually he's gonna need a queen by his side. So that's a premonition of that.
That's what I'm talking about.
And Love in Italy was played with the actual guitar that I played. Yeah.
Okay.
Flex that thing on out, man.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
I'm loving this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just have you ever listened to Andre 3000's last album?
I heard a lot about it, and I listened to a couple clips.
What's your opinion of it?
I think it's. I think it's. First of all, let me say I think it's beautiful.
Okay.
In its own right, because the whole purpose or goal of an artistic expression is, again, to manifest what's in your heart. So if the brother's doing that and people are resonating with it, you can't fight that. That's the people right there. You can't fight that. You know, that's how you know the power is working. You know what I mean? And so to go against that, it would just, you hating.
Yeah, because you know what? I heard a lot of people saying dumb shit like, man, he just sound like another nigga with a flute.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow.
But how many niggas do you know play the flute?
There you go.
Absolutely.
So when I heard, you know, so
absolutely.
You're right. But that's a whole other story.
Absolutely.
You know, so,
I loved it.
So yeah, I just wanted to hear, you know, your opinion as far as an artistic view of it.
See, I think sometimes as a when you rap, right, but you're a artist, you get put in a box, right, as just being a rapper. But when you're an artist, you can play instruments, you can probably paint or draw, you can, you know, you got a whole variety of things to express, you know, your emotions and your creativity or whatever. So I think a lot of the times, you know, some rappers are scared to kind of step outside of that box of what's their norm, you know, because a lot of that is just not being comfortable with themselves at a point, you know. So
I agree with
but
that.
from talking to you, right, it doesn't seem that way in listening to your music.
Yeah, I think it's because of the way that my influence of music went. And I was a singer first. Like, I started off singing before anything. Then it was the drums. Then it was, you know, certain instruments, and then gospel, then jazz, then rock, then, you know what I'm saying? So it
just keep on evolving.
Yeah, and then the rap came later on, and I wanted to cultivate that, and I studied that, you know what I mean, and tried to balance them out, you know what I mean. So I think it's all about your approach and your perspective and your foundation too. Yeah, I mean, that helped me a lot.
Definitely, I'm sure that it did. Definitely.
All right, so hey, look, make sure y'all call in. Get y'all questions in here. You know what I'm saying? 313-266-2811. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and go into this other song. One of these songs that you you got too. You ready, Doc? All right.
Which one is this?
Check this out.
Know where you came from. Must have fell from heaven above. Baby, the way you shine, girl, is brighter than the sun. And I don't know what you're made of. Must be made of love. That's alright. Way you made you so kind, ooh, you got me hypnotized. No reason to rhyme as to why you're so fine. Only explanation, God really took his time. Ain't even trying to cut the line, tell him get behind. No, I'm not trying to show up, and you ain't just no trophy. Try to pick and go and show up. I swear you got my heart tick tick tick. I'm about to go off. I know I feel I'm alive with you, baby. I just wanna vibe with you, lady. Must be made of love. The way you made you so kind, ooh, you got me hypnotized. First step happened by yourself. Looked up, there you were, you and no one else. I had my energy, Your vibe was different too. We matched them both together. I think right there I knew. With time and patience, this might actually turn out pretty cool. She asked me love is the next step. I told her get you. She asked me what that mean. I said gon' handle your biz. Then we locked. I said to myself, oh she know what it is. She wanted to work towards love. I found my feelings the same. What is this? I miss this blissfulness won't function in my brain. I don't know where you came from. Must have fell from heaven above. Baby, the way you shine, girl, is brighter than the sun. I don't know what you're made of. Must be made of love. Way you made you so kind, you got me hypnotized. I don't know where you came from. Fell from heaven above. Baby, you shine, girl, it's brighter than the sun. I don't know what you're made of. Must be made of love. Way you made you so kind, you got me
Give
Be
it.
made of love.
Hey, give it up,
That's
give it
tough.
up, give it
What
up.
you
That's
made
tough.
of?
That's tough.
Some R&B in this building.
love
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Straight up say that's what the world is missing, man.
Look, you ain't hear me, but I say that's him singing that. He's like, yeah. That was.
Yeah,
He's the one-man band. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I like about
For sure.
what you do,
Sure.
man. Is first and foremost, you know, you have a intellect about you that I like, right? You know, your thoughts seem to be well thought out, right? And I respect that. Your music is one of those things to where it's relatable, right? You say you're 20, right? At times we were just talking about that before we started, that disconnect, right? You get a lot of the, younger cats, even though I respect it, I might not understand shit they talking about, right? Nothing they saying. But from your perspective and what you're doing, the influence, you can tell what some of your influences are, and that you are well versed into music because it shows with that soul and your approach to it, man. And I rock with you, most definitely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Most definitely. That
means a
last
lot.
song was fire. I like it. The first one was smooth too, but I like this last one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So definitely, definitely give out every, all your information, not your last time I said socials, but like your social medias,
Right.
And all your
And don't give his first and last name like the first album.
on how people can, support you and stream your music, man, and buy your music and tap into everything you're doing.
Okay, the fastest way to find me on any streaming platform is just to type in the album, Sage Portals, and then from there you can get connected to everything. Instagram, again, SAG3_. Facebook, Samuel Sage Pickens, you could type in that. Okay. Everywhere else, Sage.
What is it on Instagram?
SAG3_. A lot of things are promoted through Instagram, so if you follow my Instagram, you should be good. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, look, clap that shit up, man. What you doing?
Yes.
Flex that on out, man. Definitely.
I just followed
I'm rocking
you just
with
now.
that.
I just shot it out there.
Thank you.
I'm rocking with that Sage all day.
So y'all make sure y'all tap in. You know what I'm saying? Get them there. Get them to wherever you want to go. You know what I'm saying? He
No
need that
doubt.
energy,
To
that love,
see y'all, man.
and that mind. You know what I'm saying? That soul. You know what I mean? For real. All right, y'all. Hey, look, we're going to go ahead and get into a couple of topics real quick. Some silly shit. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Is this love or not? So look, check this out. So we got professional boxer Terrence Crawford. Mother Deborah paid kids $10 to beat up her son and punish him with a leather belt during his childhood in Omaha, Nebraska.
That's some shit I would do.
So listen. So it says Deborah insists that it made him the success that he is today. So it says Deborah also undermined Crawford's achievements in the ring and refused to tell her son that she loved him or that she was proud of him. Would you consider her actions good parenting as a mother? And then, just in general, what's y'all thoughts?
All right, listen to me real quick, Holmes.
Go.
No matter what he turned out to be, right, at some point, dog got emotional trauma.
Absolutely.
At some point, he got emotional trauma in his life. Because you seek validation from your mother is that comforter.
That's your queen.
You
That's
know
your
what I'm
first
saying?
queen.
He got some kind of
Teacher.
detachment issues, or he might be the champ and he doing his thing, but dog
Financially.
But I would probably put a couple dollars on the floor and have somebody, fuck my kid up if they was out of pocket or.
But no. It's just, she said she just did that just to make him say tough. She didn't say that he was out of pocket or anything.
No.
Yeah, it was like she was paying to her.
Because she was single parent, so she
hurt people.
That was her way of making him a strong young man.
So do y'all look? We just got talking about say love with the last R&B track. Is that love, man? Or is that fucking abuse?
No.
Well, you can't say it ain't love because
not
love is subjective, right?
Right.
Your idea of love ain't the same as everybody else's.
Her heart might have been in the right place,
but her methods just might have been a little unorthodox.
Yeah, and that's hurt people. That's due to trauma too. That's due to pain.
Right.
I feel like
there you go.
I feel like if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. I do believe in that, but I do believe that even when it comes to belts and whippings and stuff like that, that also induces from trauma and pain from 400 years plus. So I don't recommend that method necessarily, but there's other ways to instill toughness and discipline and things of that nature into your kids. My mama raised 5 kids by herself.
Mm-hmm.
As a black woman, it's not easy. 2 sons, 3 daughters. So that's.
And being a parent, I always say, because it was said to me, being a parent don't come with a handbook.
At all.
It don't come with a manual. You got to figure this out and roll with it as you go along. So what might work for me in my setting might be abuse or trauma to somebody else. But,
Come on, Flawless.
Okay.
She over there woo side.
Yes,
because she's a woman. So
we
this is a
go back
woman's
to
perspective.
love. First of all, you said that might be her way to show. Love is only one thing. You can't say that this person doing this and is expressing love and is hurting someone. Love
just because it's
does
their
not.
idea.
Love is not hurt. Love is God.
Patience,
God is
kindness, understanding, joy, happiness. That's love.
Yeah. So we're gonna say she was. What was she trying to do to make him harder? Has nothing to do with love.
Yeah.
So let's take those out of the. And I think one thing that we forget, and I just want to say this. Love is so important. It feels so good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got to do that more.
It shouldn't hurt, huh?
It shouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
It shouldn't hurt.
And that's all I got to say because I love my children. They might get on my nerve, but you know what? I love them. Yeah. They get on my nerves, but I love them and I never want to hurt them. So I just want to say if you love somebody, show somebody that. It comes with a feeling. It's an emotion, right? And it's not that you want to teach them something. It's you want to give them something.
Yeah.
Do you want to give them an ass kick? Have you ever given your kids an ass whooping? Have you ever given your kids an ass whooping?
Hey,
you know what I mean?
my first one I didn't chastise. The other ones I don't know what an ass kicking is in 2024 because I might get the belt and be like, hey, and chase them down, but don't hit them. You know what I'm saying? So I scare them, but
so you pump fake it.
Yeah, okay, we can give it that. Yeah, so I don't like whooping. I don't like hitting, y'all.
Listen, if I'm speaking from experience, again. My mama tried many methods, many methods, and those certain methods I didn't always understand the situation. I didn't always get it, and I didn't always feel love. But as we got older and we were able to understand, it's all about perspective, and people undervalue the concept of understanding and love so much. Understanding in all things will connect you to understanding love. You know what I mean? So when my mom started talking to us and breaking stuff down and being real to us, no sugarcoat, transparency, honesty, that's love right there. And the truth can hurt.
Yeah. Worse than hurt a lot of motherfuckers.
Worse than hurt.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. And that is so real. Like with I got 3 kids and a husband, and I be telling my husband, he likes to cuss them out and do this. I said, what's another way we can try? Why no one's ever tried they think, well, when I was young, I got whooped or I did this. Is it another way?
Trauma. That's trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma, right?
Like I said, I feel like
in 2024, can we find other solutions to get our children to do the things that they need to do to better themselves.
So at the same time, it's a balance,
It
right?
is. It certainly is. It certainly
you
is.
can't parent every kid the same,
Okay.
right?
You can't.
Kids are different, right? You might have a rebellious kid that responds to an ass whooping, and then you might have a kid that you can verbally get your point across or express disappointment, and that might shape them up right then and there. So it's a balance, and you will know that balance when you deal with your kids. You know what I'm saying? You'll know who is who, what's what, personalities, and what dictates what backlash at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
I agree.
because you don't want to
Give you
give your
that,
kids.
but-
This is an era to where you don't want to give your kids too much because it sets in a sense of entitlement. You don't want to give them too little because then they feel inadequate, right? Yeah. So
I feel you. I feel like, and I agree with you to an extent. Necessary force is force is necessary when you demanding a certain respect, or you trying to save somebody from losing their life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But the thing that's missing between the older and the younger generation, again, is the understanding and different eras. Like if older, it's one thing that I feel like the older generation don't want to accept, but it's true. In this world,
what is it?
the younger people are emotionally built. They're emotionally wired. That's how it is. In a world like today,
I don't think so.
man.
No, he is-
listen. No matter.
Emotionally built.
Sage, I'm on you. With you on this one.
But elaborate.
Listen. So you. Of course, you got the tough kids that hide it or whatever, and you got different types of kids. You got rebellious kids. By nature, it's people that are by nature rebellious to authority. Reckless natures. It's in their nature, and sometimes you got to let them bump their heads. But I'd rather let them bump their head and beat her to explain what happened and why you feeling this, so it won't happen again. Than to beat you or approach you in a certain way where you reject it, and now you don't trust me or feel comfortable with me at all.
Boom.
So now I have no control at all.
Mm-hmm.
But the
At
goal
all.
is not control. The goal is perspective, to plant a seed and hope that it grows. You know what I mean? That's all you can do in a world like this, because regardless, they gonna feel emotion. That's just how they
Period.
build.
Right.
In a world like today, you can scroll on your phone, a little kid, and see a dead body.
Yeah.
It's- You
So
know?
a lot of these conversations as a parent starts in the house, right there and there.
Oh,
You are your
absolutely.
child's first teacher,
Absolutely.
educator,
Absolutely.
provider,
Absolutely.
all of that, right?
Absolutely.
So a lot of the times, parents are dependent on other elements
That's
to
true. That's true.
educate their kids.
That's true. Yeah.
Instead of having these tough conversations
Yeah.
with them early on.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a man and you got daughters, you better talk to her about sliding down that pole, because she gonna see that shit on
Yes.
TikTok.
Absolutely.
No,
she
that
is.
is so
she
true.
Is. She is. You got,
So
that's why you
That
gotta
is
be
so
real.
true.
your generation is that information age.
Yes.
There's so much information to where it's a gift and a curse.
Absolutely.
You know, it's great because we used to have to thumb through encyclopedias for
Yes.
info. When you
Yeah.
could hit
I miss
Siri and
that,
she'll
though.
tell you
Yes,
everything on
absolutely.
Google, right? But with that comes a whole lot of explaining that you
Trauma
need
and
to do,
emotion.
because you can.
And trauma, like you
And
said.
emotion,
Yeah, for sure.
And I really just want to piggyback off what he said. This era, and I tell a lot of older, like my kids' grandma or other grandmas, is like, y'all are not willing to understand this new age of learning and growing.
to. Yeah.
You
You have
cannot
to.
go on
Gotta
what you
understand it.
grew up
No,
with.
it's over.
My mama did this. This is 2024. Open your mind to
Jesus
learn.
about to be back in a couple
Hello.
years. God bless.
No, I'm serious. To understand, it's everything must change.
Yeah.
Nothing remains the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And
Hey,
I'm gonna leave it at that.
So we had Mark up in chat. He said, talking about you, Sage, he said he knows what love is because it's come through your music. And then he also said that
Wow,
love
thank
is.
you.
He said love is what's missing in today's music.
Yeah.
That's why we don't have those good love songs. So,
Yeah.
like I told you, hey, keep that shit up, man.
No
you know what I'm
doubt.
saying? Because it's
No
very
doubt.
it's very well needed. You know what I'm
need it.
saying when it
We
comes
need
to
it.
this love thing. But
Yeah.
so look, let me ask y'all, how did y'all feel getting y'all ass kicked though? By y'all parents?
Oh.
We just gonna stay with this before.
I got a lot of ass whoopings.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna make it short and sweet.
How did you feel?
Like, I think it was so bad, my mama denies to this day that she ever would be. And we be looking at her like,
what? You say what whooping?
My mother slapped
Get
me,
selective amnesia.
and I could never look at her the same. Like literally,
But I think,
couldn't look at her the same.
I think once again, depending
I ain't get that many.
on what kind
I was mad as hell.
of kid you were or whatever, you know, it sometimes it negated an ass whooping. You know,
Yeah.
You know, some kids, especially when you're a woman with boys, right? So because we can be rebellious and mischievous, and
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying, and we press that line with mama a little bit, right? Especially if your old man ain't around. And
Do y'all?
You yeah, you press that line with mama to the fullest.
Really?
if I feel like if I ain't have siblings, because I looked at my mom in a different way. I was able to realize that she was human early on. So a lot of my whoopings came from. Don't get me wrong, I messed up.
Sure.
You know, I was a kid.
For sure.
But I had a lot of siblings. So if one go down, you know what I'm saying?
Where do you fall in the line?
She came from that older generation. I'm going to whoop everybody. I'm going to get somebody. That's what they used to say.
Where
That's
do you
what my
fall
grandma-
in line with your sibling? You the youngest, or
So I got two older sisters. No, an older sister, older brother, older sister. And then there's me, and then a younger sister, and then my youngest.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I'm like,
In the middle, kind of.
You right there in the middle,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
Right.
So look, so when y'all was a kid, could you admit if you deserved an ass whooping? Like, did you know that you was bad as hell? And
Kids know
to
when
look back on
yes.
how you are
Yes.
now as an adult and say,
Yes.
oh yeah, I deserved an ass whooping for
Sometimes
that shit.
kids
Like,
know
you know
when
what I'm
they
saying?
Man, my mama was tripping.
Sometimes
You
yes.
said your mom was abusing.
Sometimes yeah. Sometimes.
Say, cuz
Sometimes.
was abusing.
Yeah. She was. It's a
You gonna
couple
call the
times.
people on you, cuz?
It's too late now. shit. CPS come look at my grown
Oh
ass.
boy,
You probably deserve it.
man.
Yeah, but I
Something.
knew it wasn't out of a malice,
Right.
You know, malicious place. You know what I
Right.
mean? You know, she just making the best of what she had. So.
Right.
I don't like parents to whoop out of anger. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah.
Like,
No, I
do
don't
you
think you
understand
should.
when I like when
Yeah.
you're mad?
When you're mad like that,
Do
no,
y'all
I don't think you
understand?
should.
Yeah, I think you should whoop
Whoopings
with
are-
the
yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Well,
So that's why I really.
okay, so as being a parent, sometimes you react, right?
Right.
Certain situations happen because we human too. Shit,
Right.
we
No, I agree.
It's cause and effect
Yeah.
too with us, right?
Totally agree.
So not all the time do we actually sit and rationalize what just happened. Sometimes you just react,
Okay.
and you might, you get on their head real quick. But
Understandable.
I agree because I try not to do too much, just out of pure anger. You know what I'm saying?
I like
As long as you working on it, I feel like that's the key. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
When you
Yeah,
don't
for sure.
realize or recognize something, or you still in denial about it, that's when it's a real
Right.
problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
agree.
Yeah. For
Now,
sure.
I got one more question for y'all. If y'all had the opportunity, would y'all kick y'all parents' ass?
I wouldn't. She got it.
I would.
I'm saying, would you take your belt off and beat the shit out your mama with that?
what?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? And this is what I learned, man. When like
I know
you
you wanted to
said,
as a kid.
I know, right?
you saw your mother early on, right?
My pops, yeah.
It took me a while to get to that, right?
Yeah.
So, I when I saw that my mother and was. She's a person.
Yeah.
Right?
At the end of the day.
And then when I understood the psychology of her,
Absolutely.
then I was able to,
Forgive and all type of stuff.
forgive and forget and let it ride. The same thing with my old man, even though he wasn't
Yeah,
I agree
absolutely.
to
Same.
that.
always
Same.
around or in the
Same.
mix or as a father.
Yeah.
I understood the psychology of where
Absolutely.
he was in
Absolutely.
life.
I agree to
But
that,
when you
though.
grow up and you become responsible and a
Absolutely.
parent and you see
Absolutely.
life in
You
a
learn.
different perspective, you learn.
Absolutely.
So absolutely not. I wouldn't whip my mama ass. I wouldn't
Hell
whip
no.
my daddy ass.
Me
but
either.
there's some relatives I kick their ass for sure.
Shit, my mama, no. My daddy, hell yeah.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Like, yeah, I had to beat the shit out your house. I love you, daddy. No.
Right. That's my guy.
But hey, look, this gonna be this is really the conclusion, y'all. So I want y'all to go around. We're gonna start with you, Sage.
Okay.
Go ahead and give out your information again on how everybody can tap in with you.
Yeah.
Also, Flawless, same thing. G Woods, of course. You know what I'm saying. And I ended on up.
That's again Instagram.
Yep.
SAG3_. You can Gmail me or email me at SamuelPickens5 @gmail.com.
All right, Flawless.
Flawless Diamond, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Flawless, FLAWLESSDIAMAA, Diamond Mommy, music, podcast, hosting. Holla at me. Check out my new single coming out.
All right. Plug it in. We're going to have you back, though, so you can plug it on in, all right?
Absolutely.
All right. G. Woods, what you got on the table, man?
Man, catch me anywhere some money being made, champ. I'm there. That's where I'm at.
Baby.
But hit me on Instagram, Cigar Talk Boss. That's me. You know, the whole cigar world is my world, and, you know, that's what I'm on. So,
All right.
with me.
Hey, look, and also, y'all, check out, In the Mix podcast. You know what I'm saying? We got Manuel back here, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tap into that dope podcast, you know what I'm saying? That's fam right there, you know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
And, of course, y'all, make sure y'all tune in every Monday night, 9 p.m.
Yes.
to the award-winning.
The award-winning.
Yeah,
you better say that.
Flexxx
All
Strong
day.
And we're going to flex this thing on out, get them on out.
Baby.
And we see y'all next week, y'all. Peace, y'all.